Hey everyone, welcome to Hope for Survival YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so to help us grow our channel and more so to share information, to get the information out to your friends and family. I wanted to talk about staying focused. As time passes on, it seems that the media that most people are watching, they openly tell you that they don't trust the American media. And if you pay close attention and dig into the information, you'll find that a lot of the information is half true, skewed, or just downright not true. This is information that's being released out regarding the war in Iran and other topics. The big thing on staying focused on is what we've been talking about here for several months now, and I recently dropped a YouTube video called Terrorism in You that I would strongly encourage you to watch if you have not. And it's sharing information with you on what are who are terrorists and the different types of terrorism and ways to suggest to help keep you and your family safe here in America, and also if you travel abroad. There's so many pieces right now that are moving that could tie in elements of different suspected terrorist cells that are known to be here in America. Whether they're planning to operate individually or if they have joined the ranks of other terrorist organizations who may be here. Different ideologies, but their planned outcome is pretty much the same, and that is to attack and weaken America, the great Satan as they call us, and consider the information being shared on the threats, the different types of planned attacks against America, American infrastructure, America's government, America's people, and where these attacks may occur and the types of attacks, whether it's churches, shopping malls, school buses, schools, sporting events, government facilities, transit systems, airliners. It's a pretty vast array of potential targets, and the best course of action that you could take is to know how to prepare you and your family. Be smart, do your own research, dig into information, and understand how these things work, from the planning to the surveillance. Something you have to consider is terrorists choose their opportunity to attack on their own time schedule. There's not like a set day on the calendar. They run their surveillance, they determine when a target is at its weakest point, and then they plan their strike. Okay, and this could be from an array of using a vehicle bomb, a sniper, a shooter, a suicide vest, some type of chemical or biological release in an area. They could simply pick multiple targets to hit that are scattered, and once they draw in emergency responders and law enforcement, they go to a different area and strike a bigger target, which could delay or stop emergency responders from getting to these larger targets. So The big thing is for you, and this information is for you, is you just need to be smart. You need to stay outside the box and left of bang. What do you see? What is out of the norm? What doesn't fit your typical scenario of places you may randomly visit? Um, what looks different? Okay. Um, when you go in restaurants, picking where you sit at, staying away from windows, getting a table away from the door. Does the table have the ability that you can lift and use for a shield? Water exit routes out of shopping malls and restaurants. Keeping your back against the wall and away from a door where you can see everything that's coming into the establishment where you're at. Okay, this is on you. We can teach it and we can tell it to you, but it's what you do with the information. If you simply ignore it and blow it off because you would rather watch another podcast talking about Charlie Kirk or the Epstein files or the war in Iraq, you're only causing harm to yourself because this pertains to you. You hear me often talking about staying focused on things that may impact you. This is one of the things, all right, that can impact you in your way of life, your family's way of life, your community. All right, so be responsible, okay? If you haven't been, you need to step up your game. All right, you need to be aware. If you go to church on Sunday, and church should be a place where it's peaceful and you can practice your faith, attending the service, you need to be vigilant and you need to have a plan in your head as to if someone enters or multiple people enter the facility to cause harm. What is your plan and how are you going to protect yourself? And that plan is not a simple generic plan because we all are of different ages, our mobility is different. The ability to get up from a pew and run may be different than the younger person who can do that. So have you visually looked around when you're sitting in church as to close by places that you may be able to maneuver to get out of the facility or to hunker down and hide? Okay. And if your thought is you're going to run from the facility, you need to keep in mind the threat inside may be simply flushing you out of the facility to where there's a threat on the outside, maybe or in and around the parking area that's waiting on you. So the same can be said for a store or other public venues where you could go and spend time. All right. So as we've often talked about, as this continues going forward, the world and domestically, tensions are getting higher, people are acting crazier, there's more division amongst people who are for the war, against the war, so on and so forth. Division, racial division, socioeconomic division. There's debate and argument in all these areas, all right? But what's most important is how are you going to protect you and your family, okay? The debate and the arguments can be for another time. You just need to make sure you have a plan in place for you and for your family or your community, if it includes your community, to keep all of you safe. Again, I would encourage you to go watch the video I posted on Terrorism and You. I just posted it a couple days ago. And watch through it and draw information, take notes, think about your weak areas, and plan accordingly, okay? And being vigilant around you, who lives in your neighborhood, who are your neighbors, who are your friends' neighbors, things of that nature. So anyway, I just wanted to pass this information on to you. There is information that is being moved amongst the national law enforcement levels, alerting police finally. It has taken a while to make this happen, but at least finally the federal government and the Justice Department is distributing information for law enforcement to be alert and on the lookout to these possible events. So keep yourself safe, keep your head on a swivel, don't live in fear, live smart, and go about your life. Just be prepared. Okay, that's the big point of everything we do here, is to be prepared. All right, so again, if you like this video, hit like, share, and invite others to follow along. Subscribe if you have not, and don't forget to give thanks. And remember, we live in the greatest nation on earth, and if you disagree, I can name off 10 countries quickly for you to go visit and see how blessed you are here. So stay tuned, stay alert, and we'll talk to you soon. Bravo Echo out. Thank you for checking out the Hope for Survival YouTube channel. If you are new to Hope for Survival, you can check out our books at our webpage. Book 1, which is Hope for Survival, Getting You Prepared for Disasters, and Book 2, Hope for Survival, The Mindset, are both available for order on the website. We also offer the Hope for Survival football stick, which is a memory stick set up as a digital filing cabinet with files already loaded on there for you to digitally copy items such as deeds, auto transcript for ownership, wills, living wills, loans, banking information, items that if your home burned down or you had some form of a disaster, you could have all your important papers already digitally filed on this stick. All you do is simply drag the digital file into the appropriate preset folder so that you'll have it in the event of a disaster. You have to flee your home in a hurry, or also if you're away from home and you need critical information that's personal, if you have your memory stick with you, you can put it in your computer and pull that information up wherever you may be. Again, you can find these items to order at our website, https www.hopeforsurvival.com, or you can email me at preparedness101@protonmail.com, and I will try to help you out. Again, thanks for checking out the Hope for Survival YouTube channel. Hope to see you again.